Hello, my name is Cameron Swan, and I'll be doing my speech over gun policy in the state of Texas and in the United States of America. So, as you know, that the United States of America, especially in Texas, is we all know is our right to bear arms, right? Cool. Okay, the state of Texas was founded and created in the blood, sweat, and tears of the stuff we have found. Okay, over the hundred of years, though, it's been issues of firearms that go from back in the day until now. So my issue is that when you think of Texas, you don't think of three things. Three. You don't think of barbecue, you don't think of football, and of course think of guns. Now the reason why I say this that is because if you look back into the Western shows and everything's going on, you only see guns. Literally, that's the first thing you see. As you go to like right now, you see everything on news. You see guns. You go across America, you see guns. From the issues with police brutality and everything, you see the first thing you see is guns. So my issue is that why can people use guns properly? Why can they not use them when it's like instead of self-defense? Why they can't just use them just only for self-defense, only protect themselves? Like the first thing you hear by a police officer nowadays when they see something issue, like, oh, let me grab my gun, boom, 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 they want to shoot. That doesn't, go right with me. So I believe that the right to bear arms is usually only to protect yourself. People take advantage of that and they will keep it going, keep it going. For example, the issue with George Floyd. He was gunned down by Minneapolis police to be exact, this past summer over literally nothing. Another one, Breonna Taylor, was gunned down for a warrant search, but had to react to their gun. It could be different ways you can react without just properly just using a gun. So my issue with that is if you're gonna use a gun, learn how to hold yourself accountable of it, because it should not take that one mishap for you to use your gun when you could easily communicate or things like that nature. So furthermore, I believe that using a gun nowadays is also triggering within the African American community. As you know, as I stated before, many areas at the poverty areas of the African American community, not even just African Americans, just overall poverty, they have to basically kill and steal just to survive. So a way to prevent that as well is by funding more into them communities. You know what I'm saying? If there be communities where they have to literally steal and kill survive, why not donate money to the communities to where they can go to school, down to rob to just to pay off their tuition or just to survive for one night, or have to literally kill somebody to get their belongings just to survive. Why they can't just fund things until their environments to where they can survive, so where they won't have to get in trouble, because it's like either they commit trouble or they die. So which one they choose? And I feel like this is a big issue too, is because it's going to also different social media accounts and also going to posts and also going to newspapers and going to music. Nowadays, when you hear about rappers and things like that, you think about guns and violence. Many of them had to grow up that way and they not educated. That's going to my next point. If you want to prevent gun violence and increase the gun policy, educate them more about gun violence. It's not really it's not really explained more into schools. They will see social media, they will see things of that nature, and they will not know. They will think that that's the right way to basically go about guns. Like for example, you see like one rapper saying, "Oh, I'm about to go smoke him," and people like young people would think that's the right way to accommodate about a problem or a way to solve it. And they'll go straight to the gun, and they don't know what trouble they could be to. That's all they know is about live by the gun, die by the gun. They don't know anything else about that. So I feel like that's another way you can basically fix that too, is by educating them about guns, like when to use it, when not to use it, getting your gun license, things of that nature. But not educating them is going to make everything way worse. Also, hold the police officers accountable. They're getting away with too many murders, as you can see. 95% of citizens are getting killed by police officers because they react to the gun. That's 95%. That's too close to 100%. That's literally right there. So I feel like that's another way you can do it, is by holding them accountable. If you're gonna have George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Tamar Rice, people of that nature die by the gun over nothing, it's like a racist thing as well, and they take advantage of the right to bear arms, they should not be officers anymore. They should not. How are we getting killed by people who are protecting us? That does not make any sense right there. Is that we already getting triggered because stereotype because of the being in poverty and things like that just to survive. So if these police officers are supposed to be funding us and helping us and protecting us, but they're killing us, it doesn't make any sense right there. I feel like that also should increase the requirements of getting a gun, getting any type of gun, because you have people who don't even have a license. You have people who then they take no shooting classes, nothing like that, and they are having guns before anybody else. I feel like they should increase the requirements, and if they commit any crime that's not self-defense, I feel they should get more time, because it doesn't make sense that many people who participate in self-defense, they said they're getting robbed, somebody breaking into their home, things of that, they protect themselves and they get more trouble time to where they are probably getting killed than police officers who are committing crime, hate crime at that, and all they're doing is getting paid on leave. They're just getting fired, but they can apply for other jobs. They're not getting no type of charges. They're not getting no type of any big punishment. So I feel like that's something that really should be addressed. And to move forward to increase everything by guns, many people, like I was saying, they should hold each other accountable and attend more of these classes. Stop letting social media is a big factor, especially. I feel like if you're gonna go by social media, you should. I feel like the people of social media should educate more people about gun violence. They should tell them, like, hey, this is not the right way to solve it. You have rappers who come nowadays, increasing themselves, telling about it, but most people don't listen. So I feel like in certain songs they should address it more, because if we keep buying to that, they're gonna be statistics like everybody else who just passed away. And you got police officers who just going by and do it as well. And my last thing on this is that I feel like President Trump should really hold everything accountable too. The reason why I say this is because you have many racist people who have the guns too, more than anybody. They are you calling them fine people for committing these murders, but you have African Americans who will kill themselves, and you're saying they're ghetto, they're hood, they're hoodlums, things like that. But you have these people using gun violence, and you're basically promoting them. That doesn't make any sense. So, them are my ways I feel like you can hold everything accountable. Educate more people about it, especially in schools. Growing up, the most thing about guns I noticed, and I'm gonna do my research, is that they always increase when you're coming up from middle school, high school, especially college, because people have to survive more, because that's when life starts getting harder. So I feel like first educating more people on guns, hold each other accountable. I don't care who the person is. I don't care what type of profession you in. I don't care if you're an officer. I don't care if you work for the army, anything. Hold them accountable. And last but not least, decrease the toxic, you say, message of social media. Stop following about what everybody says, because they can say one thing, but they're not going by their life. And you're not them. Be yourself. So I feel like you educate more about gun violence, and that's all I say. And I just hope and pray that gun policy increases, and that the NRA actually participate and actually want to see change, because you can't say that you want to see a change but still going by what's going on. You actually committing the same stuff. That's backwards. You just basically saying anything you want to say to come to mind, but you're not really going by the change. So that's one thing I really want to change too, is that the NRA actually participate too and hold everything accountable. So that's all I have to say, and just thank you.